USC head coach Ken Niumatalolo, year 15, looking to erase last season. His guest will be Charles Huff, the head coach at the Thundering Herd, his very first game. Marshall at Navy, first ever meeting here in Annapolis, Maryland. And to welcome inside Navy Marine Corps Memorial Stadium.
One of the elite recruiters in all of college football, and it's not like he's taken over a program where he has to resurrect anything. He's able to take this program, and the job is, can you get them to the next level?
And of course, he's got a great menu there, the great item on the grocery list in Grant Wells.
It's good to start with Grant Wells. He's a kid that as a freshman last year was the first freshman to ever be All-Conference USA. Had an amazing start. You get Marshall where everyone expects them. You know, preseason, they're on the top of their side of the Conference USA. They're expected to compete for a championship. Do that, good things happen.
Well, the first win of the afternoon for Navy as they won the toss and they defer, so they will kick off. And here we go with the 2021 college football season from deep in the end zone. It'll come out as Sheldon Evans. All right, so it'll be Grant Wells, your quarterback, a guy who was so good last year in his first season.
Yeah, he's a very good decision maker, throws the ball extremely well. Like I said earlier, got off to an amazing start. Look at his guys up front. They are big, they are physical, and they are nasty. And their job is to keep Grant Wells clean and get the running game going. The running game for Grant Wells will be a huge plus in 2021.
And so Grant Wells out of the shotgun will lead this offense against that Navy defense. Sheldon Evans in the backfield, and right away Wells going to throw and find a man across the middle, and he's got room down the right side now. Out of bounds at the 25-yard line, and that quickly Grant Wells with the toss to Jamari Edwards. Check that, Talik Keaton. And yeah, Keaton is a really good find.
He really is, and a great job by
3rd and 2 now at the 20 for Wells. Evans in the backfield. Little motion from Xavier Gaines, the big tight end. And they give the dive to Wells. And he'll get down inside the 15-yard line. It's a first down.
Give this defense problems as it did on the first play.
Wells fakes the give to Ali, going to keep it himself down the left side. Trying to get around the end zone there, but gets knocked out of bounds. Just inside the 5-yard line at the 4. Mitchell West with the tackle.
Nice block up front, or blocking up front, but
Ali behind Wells, and Ali gets the give up the middle, and touchdown Marshall, just like that, with 12:23 to go here in this first quarter.
That was great blocking, led by the center, Millette. Salguero, the left guard, just opened a gash, a little cavern in that side of the Navy defense. Yeah, this is the offense coming into this game. This Navy football team knew they'd be tough, knew they'd be physical, knew they'd love to run the ball. Check all those boxes.
While we're in commercial,
they gave up 6.
By the way, there's Jack Lendl. What a story he is. Tied to both universities, head coach at Marshall after that tragic crash back in 1971, and then became the athletic director here at Navy, and now honored here in the early goings. Great to see him. The kick now, and Daniel Jones from his own 7-yard line, and Navy's got some room up to the 27. Jones with a nice return. 1st and 15 from the 32 for Ty Lavatai. Marino's AC in motion, and there's some pressure, and Lavatai will go down. Jamari Edwards with the sack on Lavatai.
And it comes in fast, and it comes in deadly. Pierce Banbury gets pushed back into the backfield, and Edwards comes right off of him. They're not punting here. They're going on 4th down if they don't get it here on 3rd and 4.
From the 47, Ruas in the backfield. Lavatai going to throw. That's knocked down. That's a big play there from Marshall. Sam Burton making 2 straight plays there. Got the big hands up.
That's a good way, too, to keep a quarterback from getting comfortable. Nothing frustrates a quarterback more than getting the ball batted down.
As you said, they'll go 2 plays. 4th and 4 from the 47. Ruas in the backfield. Labatard.
Might have another timeout here coming.
Call a play. Will they call the play?
Now they're looking for a jump, and they aren't going to get it.
Sheldon Evans in the backfield for Marshall. Grant Wells out of the shotgun. Will throw. He's got Evans on the left side. Plenty of room. Knocked out of bounds. I think Marshall already up 7-0 here in this first quarter of play. Wells out of the gun. Rashid Ali in the backfield. And Wells looking to throw again. Plenty of time. Pass complete. Going to be Michael McMorris on the tackle and Corey Gamage on the catch.
Now, if you look at this offense for Marshall, they're doing everything right now. And so far defensively, Navy is giving them a pretty vanilla look and not much of a rush.
1st and 10 from the 31. Up tempo, and Wells across the middle finds a man and down to the 3-yard line. It's a nice throw and catch from Grant Wells to Talik Keaton, who made a big play on the first drive.
Now the reality is when you have a defense like Navy does, you can't miss tackles.
And the up tempo continues for Wells up the middle, trying to turn down for the goal line as Rashid Ali doesn't quite get in. And they're going to call it the touchdown. I was looking at the offensive lineman who was begging for the call, and he got it. And so that quickly, Marshall up 13-0. Navy's stunned right now on defense.
As is the brigade and the crowd.
Extra point now. Andrew Sanders on for the extra point. Kick on the way. It is good, and Marshall with a 14-0 lead, 6:46 to go in this first quarter.
Well, kudos to Charles Huff's offense that has come out here and really put it on Navy, not only physical, but scheme-wise, too. The way this offense on the other side is going.
3rd and 5 from the 44. Labatard going to keep it and get stuck. And Marshall, the big play there, Abraham Beauplan with the tackle along with Sam Burton. Play of the game for Navy so far today. 1st and 10 for the 14. And that'll be last year's quarterback getting the call. Tiger Gosselin with the carry. 2 games last year at quarterback, and they made the switch in the offseason. James Harris in the backfield. Gosselin in motion. Little fake kid. Labatard had a moment of patience, but then gets pulled down by T.J. Johnson.
Now, one thing you've got to do with any quarterback, especially an option quarterback that wants to throw the ball.
Don't want to get him hurt. He got punched there. 3rd and 14 from the 18. Labatard, straight drop, and has no time whatsoever as the Marshall defense converges. And Eli Neal, the linebacker, first one to touch him.
Wow, that was abusive. Watch the blitz. The blockers just get smashed. And that was Eli Neal doing the smashing. The D-line was pushing the line back into the backfield, and Eli Neal launched an attempted blocker into Labatard's lap.
On a 41-yard attempt from Bijan Nichols, and that one is blocked. Loose ball, still loose, and now picked up by Marshall. And so things not going well for Navy. Eli Neal, who just got the sack earlier, gets the recovery there for Marshall.
Chick, that was all because of a bad snap, a high snap, which turned into a bad hold, which disrupted Nichols' attempt to go at the ball. That was something. That was, again, another one of the worst case scenarios. See, the ball's high, doesn't get down properly. Nichols has to rush, never has a chance.
Cole Williams, the long snapper, Daniel Davies, the holder. And
you don't get those combinations too often.
Chances are that's going to happen. All right, new quarter. Marshall on the drive. Wells right across the middle. Corey Gamage with a catch and still on his feet and still going and knocked out of bounds at the 45-yard line of Navy.
I mean, this is a wide receiver, Gamage, that you just don't miss 7 coming off the bus. In fact, that's part of the game plan for Navy, is always find where 7 is. Well, he's 6'4", about 205, so you aren't going to miss him, but sometimes you just can't keep track of him.
Number 1 in receptions last year for Marshall. John Marshall on the tackle. Wells, little give to Rashid Ali, who's got some room on the right side. 2nd and 10 for Grant Wells with Sheldon Evans in the backfield. Wells will work out of the shotgun. And he will throw back across his body. Evans has got some room, cuts inside. Still going down to the 22-yard line of Navy. Mitchell West on the tackle.
Yeah, nice design by Tim Cramsey, the offensive coordinator. You get the whole flow going a different direction. Young quarterback Grant Wells just
where Charles Huff knew him, recruited him. 3rd and 7 from the 40. Lavatai looking to throw in the pressure, and it is quick. And just that quick, Marshall with the sack. And Brian Cavalcanti, the linebacker, the redshirt senior out of Portsmouth, Virginia, with the tackle.
See, now right now defensively, this matchup between the Navy offense and the Marshall defense is looking like, you know, an offense that doesn't throw the ball real often against a defense from Conference USA that sees the pass a lot. So when they do decide to pass, it just doesn't look quite fair. They're getting pushed back into the quarterback's face. You're getting some blitz. The guys are covered down the field because you have limited receivers. Navy and Ivan Jasper have to find a solution to this mismatch.
On 4th and 14, Duke Pawnee, sophomore, will hit his first punt, and that is blocked and recovered by Pawnee. So special teams, a big issue for Navy so far. A blocked field goal and a blocked punt for Marshall. Naquan Reynolds with the block.
Yeah, that's a second forced error. That ball was dropped kind of funny, but it had nothing to do with the drop and all about the rush. They smothered Pawnee, and that's another special teams error by Navy.
Wells reset. Lost the snap. Wells, plenty of time. Going to go right side, and wow. That's a nice throw and catch there to Corey Gamage. How did he get that one in there?
Well, that was not only a double pat, but a double bounce by Grant Wells. So much time in the pocket. He can go back and forth, and Gamage gets.
All right, so Marshall, 10 to the 15. Ali up the middle, breaks a couple of tackles, gets inside the 5-yard line. Mitchell West on the tackle. Ali up the middle. Ali, touchdown. Marshall. Turnover. I mean, Randy, you turn the ball over, especially in your end, you're going to pay, especially with this Marshall offense.
Well, Mollett, Osborne, Salguero, that whole inside. We talk about, hey, if the running game's working inside, it's usually because your guards and your. Well, this problem for Navy all started with the extra steps, the bobble, and the block on the punt, and then dominance and power up front for Marshall equals 21-0.
It don't take much for a parking lot to turn in 5 or 6 beers. Everybody swears they're gonna get out.
Welcome back to Annapolis. Marshall has a lead 21-0. You just got a little taste of Will Ulmer, Marshall's offensive lineman, his new song, Back Home Kinda Thing. He's a very talented singer and guitar player. He used to play under the stage name Lucky Bill, but now with the NCAA allowing athletes to benefit from using their name, image, and likeness, he can go by his own name. He's got a gig booked for October, but he told me this week that his focus is on football now.
Lavatai under center, Ruas. Single back. Lavatai going to keep it and get smothered. Nice tackle there from Emmanuel Balagoon.
Watch the exchange with fullback and quarterback. It seemed a little bit tight, but there was nowhere to go. See that? He pulls it, but by the time he pulls it,
Arline under center, Ruas in the backfield. And Arline again with the give to Ruas, who just gets pancaked by Corey McCoy. Let's see what Ivan Jasper calls up here, dials up 1st and 5 from the 5, 13 seconds to go. Arline will fake it, move left. Oh, the defense from Marshall just stops him.
You better hurry up. Clock may run out. 3, 2. Nope.
And that's the first half. Boy, Arline gets caught, and that's a disastrous end to the first half for Navy. As Navy gets the start here in the second half, and it will be Xavier Arline as your quarterback to start the second half for Navy.
Yeah, emphasize and concentrate on the blocking, because without that, Navy's offense won't run.
James Harris is the fullback, and the quick pitch from Arline to Chance Warren. Charlie Gray on the tackle. Gets the call from the sidelines. Arline will keep left side and gets stuffed. That Marshall defense is playing some awfully tough ball there. Sam Burton, one of the Thundering Herd on the stop. Rasheen Ali in the backfield had a quite the first half with 3 touchdowns, the first 3 touchdowns of his career. Wells now will toss on the left side to Corey Gamage. Gamage still got some room and gets inside the 45-yard line. So Gamage with a big gainer there to the 44. It'll be first down Marshall.
Well, if you're not used to seeing Marshall football or Conference USA football, that's Corey Gamage, and that's the guy that's tortured some defenses in this league.
Wells will throw again across the middle. A nice one-handed grab. My heavens, Xavier Gaines, the big fella, 5th-year senior out of Frostproof, Florida.
That was a Frostproof catch. One-handed, that's a tight end. That's not a slot back. I mean, that's a tight end with some serious hands.
6'3", 215, Xavier Gaines. Wells again, Gamage on the slant pattern. And they're just chewing up some yards. Gamage with the catch. John Marshall on the stop.
Remember the first possession of the first half. Very similar kind of a march by this offense. If you give them a vanilla look and you're not pressuring them, you're going to have an issue.
Rasheen Ali with the draw. Get inside the 10 down to the 7-yard line. And that Marshall offense is churning. Will Harbor on the tackle.
Well, it really only takes, and that really wasn't exactly a missed tackle because eventually he went down. But if you don't have a clean tackle on these Marshall ball carriers or receivers, they will make you pay with at least another first down after that.
2nd and 5 for the 9. Sheldon Evans on the right side. One man to beat inside, and Sheldon Evans with the touchdown. And just like you said, first half, first possession, Marshall scores. First possession, second half, Marshall goes in for 6.
Well, watch the mismatch on the outside. They get motion going one way. The linebackers get fooled, so they're not there to scrape. Well, a very familiar, easy drive by the Marshall offense, but how about that play? Woo! That was a beautiful catch by Gaines, and that sets up a breezy touchdown.
1st and 10 from the 7. Arline will throw. Got no room and gets put down. He'll stop.
Little check off there by Lavatai.
Lavatai looking to throw. Going to go up top, looking for Michael Cooper, and that is picked off. Stephen Gilmore with the interception. And boy, Gilmore with the pick. Junior from Rock Hill, South Carolina. Marshall with a turnover. They've got it 1st and 10 from the 29. So Arline back in. He's 1 for 1 in passing. On a 3rd and 7. Arline going left. Going to try to turn it up and gets knocked out of bounds. It's a big hit there.
That's
Marshall.
That's the problem, Chick, of being a 175-pound, 5'9" quarterback. You can run into some people that will abuse you like that will come up on those hits.
4th and 2 from the 17. Harris in the backfield. Arline going to keep it himself. Nowhere to go. And stopped at the 15-yard line. So after getting the short field, Navy comes up with nothing. Shane Simmons on the tackle. Evans in the backfield. Wells going to throw again up top, middle, got a man. Wow. Evans, but the ball knocked loose. And who comes up with it? They're going to call it a catch, yes?
Might have bounced right back to him if it came out.
How does that happen?
Again, look at the slap back. That knocks it out.
I'm not going to do the tattoo joke here with the plane. Wells out of the gun. Just a boatload of time and a catch and throw there. Oh, I tell you what, kid's got quite the arm. As Talik Keaton with the catch.
Yeah, he's got quite an arm, and I tell you what he also has. He has some, you know, North Carolina ain't staying in that top 10. He might not stay in the top 20 after that.
Marshall will start from their own 40. Grant Wells, little quick toss on the right side to Talik Keaton.
Well, he's a guy 2 years ago had a 67-yard punt return, so he's got that great yards after the catch thing working.
Wells continues to throw. This time Corey Gamage will be pulled down at the 45-yard line. Jamal Glenn. Ali in the backfield. 2nd and 5. Wells looks to throw again. A nice look off and then the pass across the middle. Oh, I tell you what, you got a big target like Xavier Gaines. Easy to find him across the middle.
Well, especially, you know, the kind of like height they have in tight end between he and Miller. They're both guys that you just pick a number on the chest and hit it.
Devin Miller with the catch now. Ali down the right side, and boy, just the pile moving for Marshall. Ali in the backfield. 2nd and 10. And it'll be Wells on the right side. He's got some blockers in front of him. Trying to get to the end zone. The referees say out just before the pylon.
Rushes over the right side.
Fago with the tackle to knock him out of bounds.
Actually, they're marking it about the 1. I'm surprised. It looked like he took that.
With 8:15 to go here in this 4th quarter from Annapolis. On a beautiful day for college football. The give inside to Ali. Does he get over? Breaks the plane. Touchdown. And Rasheen Ali with his 4th touchdown of the afternoon.
Well, if you're Rasheen Ali and you've had the day you had and you've got these 4 touchdowns between he and Grant Wells, they ought to take Ulmer.
Funny story about how he got the job. He's with Alabama. They're going through the bowl season, the national championship, and he's got to do these Zoom calls. So he takes the red tie off of Bama, puts on the green tie, and then finds out from the Board of Governors while he's at his son's basketball game during a dead ball timeout, he gets, "We want to offer you the job," and he screams out, "Yes!" And they all wonder, what in the heck is he doing?
For those of you that don't know, during dead ball timeouts in basketball, there's usually no sound, no real sound going on.
Especially an 8-year-old game. Take a look at Charles Huff. First season as the head coach. I tell you what, he's been around some really good guys. Najee Harris at Bama, and he's the guy who recruited and developed Saquon Barkley.
Yeah, I loved his comment about the influence of James Franklin at Penn State, you know, about meticulous.
So Navy now 3rd and 8 from the 20. Arline under center. James Harris in the backfield. Arline straight drop, pressure, and then gets tripped up. And that's a sack for Marshall. Sam Burton on the sack.
Pressure in this area is deadly for a quarterback, especially one that's going to turn his back to the line of scrimmage like that. He spins back around. By the time you spin back around to their get 6, but
and that is our look back at our Under Armour game focus now. Wells going up top, got a man, and Wells deep down the field. The catch. That's a spectacular throw and catch. Sadid Ahmed with the reception inside the 5-yard line, and Marshall is hurrying.
Good job by Ahmed, because Brennan is catching up and he's right there waving.
Marshall with a 2nd and goal from the 1. Sheldon Evans in the backfield. Wells the give to Evans up the middle, and he'll score. And so Sheldon Evans gets in. That is his 2nd touchdown of the day, and Marshall up 41%.
Well, you know you've got some good blocking going on up front if you're Marshall, and Marshall football is scoring standing up.
Levitai went down with an injury earlier, a little hyperextension. We hope that's it. But Mayer will get action And Maynard looking to throw, and this gets dumped at the 21-yard line. Nice play there by Owen Porter.
Well, you drop back, you see what you don't have down the field, and then suddenly try to run. And option quarterback when you run this offense, and how difficult they are to find.
You saw Charles Huff's wife, Jessica, moving down to the field now. Maynard looking to throw, and he gets put down. Another sack, the 8th of the day for Marshall. And Eli Neal, we talked about it, been very active today for Marshall.
I like this guy, and so does his head coach, Charles Huff. He really likes 24 because he's got that sort of heat-seeking.
Opened a lot of eyes today. Mike Maui, the junior out of Long Beach, California, in the backfield. Gosselin with the pitch, and he's going to throw a little halfback option, throws it short, and that is picked off. And Marshall coming back the other way. It's Keelan Roach with the interception. Yet another turnover as Gosselin's throw comes up short. And it'll be Marshall ball at the 30.
You know it's a pass because Gosselin gets a little bit extra deep, and that was really nice coverage. And if Tiger Gosselin was still a quarterback, you'd have to say, you know what, that's a ball you didn't need to throw. And usually there's a reason guys play A-back or fullback or something besides quarterback, because they don't know much better. Tiger doesn't have that excuse.
And so it'll be Marshall ball, 1st and 10 from the 30. Knowledge McDaniel, sophomore from Bradenton, in the backfield. And they will throw again. Luke Zaban up the middle. Right, wide open. Touchdown. E.J. Horton, the freshman wideout from Louisville, Kentucky. And they keep pouring it on, and it's not like he's as close. He is wide open, Randy.
Yeah, he was. It's behind the linebackers. Watch, you'll see a linebacker short, and in between the safeties, perfect placement.
From the 20, Maynard with time. Flushed. Going to run right side. Does he have enough room? Trying to get there, but he does not. Knocked out of bounds at the 6-yard line, and that will do it. So Navy hosting Marshall, and the Thundering Herd and Charles Huff come in and get the victory. A resounding victory, 49-7 at Navy. It's a heck of a debut by Charles Huff.
Yeah, it really is. And if you're the powers that be at Marshall, you have to be very happy with the decision you made by hiring Charles Huff. Tell you what, he says all the right things, and his football team did most of the right things today. So needle points way up for the Thundering Herd. He
said, we are one voice. Well, that voice was heard loud and clear today for Marshall with a 49-7 victory. And now, as always, Navy will do the alma mater, blue and gold. And with respect, Marshall comes over and will stand in front of the brigade as well. One of the great scenes in college football.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the playing of the Navy blue and gold.
Yes.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59, 60, 61, 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, 69, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76, 77, 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84, 85, 86, 87, 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102, 103, 104, 105, 106, 107, 108, 109, 110, 111, 112, 113, 114, 115, 116, 117, 1
So Charles Huff gets victory #1 in a new era in Marshall football.